Hey y'all, I'm back, and yes, I'm gonna get through this review no matter what. I'm just gonna make it my thing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And why I keep saying that, because I kept having technical issues, you guys. But I'm gonna get into Married to Medicine. I always tell myself I'm gonna watch it on a Friday, and I end up forgetting. DVR is not set, so that's why I watch it on a Sunday after Atlanta, and it just kind of worked out for me that way. But hopefully this week I'll be able to watch it on a Friday and put out a review versus coming out on Monday. Okay, so let's move past all of this. Like, they were still in New Orleans. They were all in a little circle, trying to figure out, I guess, forgiveness, who's going to forgive who, or whatever. And Mariah, I don't know if that's her way of trying to get back in the group, trying to get on the show. It was just, she was saying some things that she was hurt by and everything else. But what was interesting, that other women were opening up and saying what they felt, but Quad never opened up. She was quiet. She didn't really have nothing to say. And I just feel like that maybe right now she's not trying to open up. But it's like she's not opening up on certain things, and everything else. But, hopefully time can pass and they can move past this. Time can heal anything. And I just feel like that I would like to see them come to a common place where they can genuinely hash out whatever it was and move to a better place or whatever, because I don't know how long Quad is gonna keep the storyline with her and her husband having these marital problems, because that's gonna get old real soon. We don't want to see another business, although we love to see you being on your grind, but it hasn't been like, the only thing I saw her really grinding on was for those puppies. But I would actually like to see her, if she is doing her other businesses, I would like to see more of something new, something different from Quad. I don't mean to just ride Quad like that, because do I actually like Quad? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And why I say that is because I like some things about Quad and then some things I don't agree with. Because one thing about me, I feel like I have a general sense in analyzing people very well and whatever. And I just feel like I still don't know the real her. I don't, so I can't really judge. I can only judge in what she give me. Do I think she's a beautiful woman? Absolutely. Do she got a bumming body? Absolutely. But it's like, I feel like I just haven't, it's like it's layers. Like an artichoke or an onion. It's layers to her, and I'm trying to get through the layers and figure out who she is. Have I seen other personal interviews on her? Yes, I have, and it still gives me the character that she plays on Married to Medicine. I don't feel like she's genuine at times. That's just me, okay? And my aunts, they love Quad, and my cousins, they love Quad. It's just that I don't know. Let me get off of that, because I don't want to be in a negative place on that. But what's interesting to me was that when they went to the Voodoo shop and Simone was talking to the guy who, I guess, the owner of it, or was he the clerk, but he knew a lot on voodoo. Voodoo, it's been called several different names. He was breaking down that knowledge heavily, wasn't open to receive, and I get it, because as Christians, when people are believers and everything else, and they have been taught one way in a household, it's like in the black community, voodoo was really a thing of taboo. You not to talk about it. If you knew somebody from New Orleans or whatever, you be careful, because they probably practice that stuff or whatever. You put a hex. It's just a lot of negative things behind it. And I would have probably feel the same way if I wasn't open about it, when I enlightened myself, educated myself, when I watched the documentary on Haiti 1804, and they break it down. If y'all haven't watched that, that's a very good documentary. It's Tariq Elite and Tariq. Yeah. So Nasheed. But Tariq Elite is, I believe, one of his shows or whatever. And I mean, he's a very thorough brother, okay? True man, great, great content. He's also the guy who's done Hidden Colors 1 through 4. If you haven't watched that, and everybody likes to bring up that he's done the Mac lessons and all this other stuff, but he's a thorough brother. And if it wasn't for 1804 and to break down the African ancestry, and how they did it, it wasn't religion, it was talking to the ancestors and everything else. So that's really not a bad thing, but we been taught something different, and heavily is on that. I didn't mean to give y'all all of that, but it just kind of ended up being that way. But I get where she was coming from, because it's like, I have people in my family that still like that, shun away from it, and I get it. But it's like, it's nothing for educating yourself, learning something new. Don't turn your ear away because of what you've been taught. What you've been taught is pretty much wrong, and it was kind of sad that it was actually a white man to tell you about your line, your history. But I bet you can't tell him about his history. That's the messed up part on the black community itself, is that we really don't know. But then he's telling them, he's educating them on that. But I bet you he know his, but we never know ours, but they always know ours. Hello, somebody. But I'm going to move on. That was the thing about that. And what else was interesting to me? Well, Quad and her husband. Quad need to quit playing with that man. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it looks very, very bad, and it looks like they're in a very bad place. Do they love each other? I don't know. But do I feel like he's a good person? I feel like he really is a good guy. I feel like Quad is a good person, but it's just that she keep playing with him and he's 50 years old. He want a kid. You don't want to give him a kid, and you want to bring up all of this kind of pick with him on stuff on what he don't do. And like he say, you saying he don't call you. He calls you, but what do? You send your phone a voicemail, and you do all this stuff, so you turn your phone off and stuff. So it's like, it's just really crazy. It's a lot of things that I don't understand in a marriage. And it's just like, if both of them not happy and they not in love with each other no more, I guess they need to pursue happiness. And that's with anybody. But it's just kind of sad, because he seems like he's a good guy. And I feel like, never take no one for granted, because what make you think is trash to you, it'll be somebody else's treasure. Hello, somebody. And I feel like you don't want to give him a baby, but Tamika want to give him a baby. Okay? So I don't know what's her thing with that. Is she waiting on a certain time to have a kid? I really don't know. But it just seems like a lot of things that's different right there. Also, Simone was having a different heart when it came for Cecil. I guess this trip did her some good. It was good to see them have that little dialogue with each other. And, he came over. I mean, that outfit that he had on, he had the uncle outfit on, with my cousin say. Shout out to Kiki. But she was like, Cecil look like that uncle. And he's that favorite person on the show as a husband or whatever. I'm not saying that he's perfect, but see, so so far the husbands, they say, all the women on the show seem like that they have really good husbands, but it's just that, no marriage is perfect. Every marriage has its own blueprint. So what may work out for somebody else may not work out for you, Even Curtis, even though Curtis messed up, I feel like he was a good guy, and everything else. He just kind of slipped up. But Dr. Jackie, she was saying that she want him to find happiness, and never put out there something that you really don't mean. But she never thought Curtis was going to be loving on somebody else, but he was, okay? But that's what I've just really, the highlights of the show for me. I'm ready for next week. But oh yeah, Miss Lucy moving in with Mariah. That was a little team too much. Like she say, her mom is something else. And she was trying to be at a bad place. But I'm glad Mariah was like, nah, mama, I don't know about that. Now I can appreciate that about her, because Miss Lucy was trying to be mean and sucking on that straw and negative. It was just too much for me. It's like, I don't know if Miss Lucy is a real good person or whatever, but she just give me like she's that lady in the hood that everybody knows, who sell pickles in cool cups, and was a really cool lady, but gonna really give it to you. And not to mess with Miss Lucy, okay? Her or her kids, because they pop off and they fight. multiple. Okay, they jumping. And that's what they give me. But like I say, I did like Mariah, like wasn't letting her mama fight her about it and like kikiing and laughing when she was talking about the girl. She was like, mama, I don't know about that. I don't know. She was, just letting her know, like, mama, I'm not co-signing with you on that because I need to tape with these girls because I don't really need the money, but I enjoy being in the spotlight. And mama, I can't ride with you on that. So no, you ride on your own. And Miss Lucy caught that and was like, well, maybe, y'all love like sisters and maybe y'all, but girl, you weren't singing that song at first. You was telling them maybe they jealous because she's pretty and she's dead and all this other stuff. But that was just pretty much it. And I'm trying to figure out why Miss Lucy moved in. Maybe Mariah said why. I really don't remember because, like I say, it was just only key points, but they wasn't keeping me interested in the show. But that's what I gather. So that's it on that. And I'll holler. And yes, I'm gonna do my Real Housewives of Atlanta because that's my favorite show too. And I'll holler. Peace.